political controversies in recent weeks has concerned Michele Bachmann and a Newsweek cover that showed her in what many called an unflattering light. The cover story was titled Michele Bachmann, Queen of Rage. A lot of people have said this is similar to what Governor Palin saw during her White House run back in 2008. Let's bring back former Republican governor of Alaska and Fox News contributor Sarah Palin. Governor, you know, the portrayal of Michele Bachmann on that cover was so controversial that even the National Organization of Women, that doesn't normally come out and defend conservatives, came out and said that was sexist. What did you make of it?
Well, I'm glad that Now finally did speak up on behalf of a female candidate. You know, I don't think that they ever saw fit to defend any of my positions or any of the attacks that I undertook. So I've dismissed National Organization of Women as being a group that will only support those who share their political beliefs. But anyway, so I was glad to see that they came out, though, and said that it wasn't a fair cover of Michele Bachmann. You know, bottom line, every candidate is going to be vetted. I think now more so than ever, because we learned a lesson with electing a president who was not vetted by the mainstream media. And, you know, basically we're asking now, what did we get out of that? We got an inexperienced president who had made a lot of promises, a lot of glittery generalities that he promised in some new utopia that he was going to create for the country. And now look at where we are. So I think there's going to be a lot of vetting, and some will interpret that because a female candidate will be vetted the same as a man, or even more so as being sexist. I don't know if I'd characterize it as sexist. I would just characterize it as being the new normal. In a way, it's quite healthy, though. Again, learning a lesson from electing Barack Obama, who was not prepared to be our president. We need someone with executive experience, someone who has gone through the fire, someone who the American public knows their background. They know their associations, they know what has shaped them, and they know where that person is coming from in order to apply policies that affect our daily lives.
You know, the person who runs Newsweek and the Daily Beast, Tina Brown, stood behind the cover of Michele Bachmann. And that was sort of a woman behind a decision that, you know, arguably was sexist towards another woman. Another very well-known woman, Gloria Steinem, who is a leader of the feminist movement, came out, Governor Palin, and spoke about you and Michele Bachmann. And she said that the two of you are opposed to the women's movement, that you've sold out the women's movement, and that you are on her list of, and I quote, the women only a man could love. What do you make of that?
I think Gloria Steinem evidently has had her day and her rhetoric. It's over. It's very passé. People like Michele Bachmann and me and millions of other women who we work inside the home and outside the home. We raise families. We run businesses. We run for office. We put others before self. And we desire to serve something greater than self in order to make the world a better place. Megan, and you do the same thing. We are the women's movement. We are illustrating equality and empowerment of other women. And someone like Gloria Steinem, you know, I'm sure that she added some healthy debate back in the day, but her vision of what a woman should be or could be is evidently not what conventionally now women who are feeling empowered and wanting to help change the world, because we do believe in equality. She does not share our views of women being able to do much more than she gives us credit for.
And speaking of women who want to change the world, do you remain one of them? There's been so much speculation about whether you're going to get into this race, you know, that you've been the stalking horse, and so many people would love to see you enter, Governor Palin, and saying that your schedule, Karl Rove was saying your schedule coming up in the fall suggests that of a would-be presidential candidate. Are you still considering it?
I am still considering it, and I do want to help change the world for the better, again, along with millions of other conscientious Americans who know that America deserves better than what we're getting out of that political bubble in Washington, D.C.
What would make you get in at this point?
Still listening to the debate and the discourse in the GOP lineup right now, and still looking for that candidate whom I can put my heart and soul behind to support. If I don't see that person here in short order, I would be willing to put my name forward in the name of service.
Have you not
I'm
found him or her yet?
with the lineup. No, I'm impressed with the lineup, but there still is quite a long process. There's going to be a lot of comings and goings with this lineup. And, you know, I know that because I've spoken with them, I know that I am not the only potential candidate still on the sidelines waiting to see how things are going to unfold.
Are you going to tell us who you're referring to? Could it be Governor Chris Christie of New Jersey or Paul Ryan of Wisconsin?
There's a bunch of them. There are a bunch of them who are doing the same thing that I am doing, and that is considering, you know, the life-changing impact on family decisions that have to be made before jumping in.
Yeah. Well, it would certainly make things interesting. So, in any event, Governor Palin, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you. Welcome back.
Thank you. All the best. Well, he was the prime suspect in the